Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the Houston Rockets. So the Lakers win the tip. Now here's Johnson. Down low. And stolen by Elijah Wan. And it's Malone finishing it off.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Inside. And then Malone with the dunk.
There's a reason James Harden is always near the top of the assist charts. That ability to distribute to teammates is elite.
Johnson can't hit.
Pressured that shot by getting the hand back just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here is McGrady. Shot clock at 6. Back to Elijah Wan. Here's Davis. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
A difficult shot for some bigs, but AD making it look easy.
Here's Harden. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's LeBron. And O'Neal gets it to go.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Bryant. Elijah Wan with the block. To the middle. And it's Elijah Wan with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now here's LeBron. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Pass to Drexler.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
A nice shot by Elijah Wan.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
To the inside. And Shaq gets it to go. O'Neal's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
And Drexler has it in the corner. Kicks it out to Harden. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with. The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the D.
Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
This is James Harden deep in his bag. Off the dribble drive. Put that defender in the rear view, James.
Johnson wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Harden's shot is off. James in the high post. He has yet to score. And there's the drive. They get it back. And he stays with it. Back to McGrady. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 4. Here's Johnson. And Shaq with the slam.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Here's Harden. There's the drive. Pass to Olajuwon. And taken away by Johnson. And here's Kobe for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kobe's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple. I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Clyde Drexler on the wing. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Lakers. First trip to the line for him here. The free throw drops for Drexler. Both free throws good from Drexler. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side, Bryant. And here's Johnson outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Kicks it out to Drexler. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. The Lakers in the lead. West outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Drexler scanning the floor. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. Worthy outside. Pass to West. Good, and it's Worthy picking up the assist. West has got 5 points now this quarter.
Their D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Lakers leading by 5. Outside Baylor. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Harden. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harden's got 8 points.
James Harden, one of the best individual offensive players the game has ever seen. If he gets his feet in the painted area, it is always dangerous for the defense.
Second shot opportunity. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Tries yet again.
How about the quick there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
And it's Olajuwon missing. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden. Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Drexler with the block. And Baylor throws it down. Rockets trail by 7. Pass to Harden. Wants to get it to Olajuwon, and does. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Olajuwon. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Lakers leading by 7. West with the ball. He's got 5. To the paint. Here's Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by West.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick-and-roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
Here's McGrady. Drexler drives in. And finished off by Drexler.
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just swoops in to the basket. Clyde the glide in full effect.
Knocked loose. Drexler with the steal. West with the steal. Here's Baylor. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Ball goes in. Pass to Francis. To the left side wing. 4 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Los Angeles leading by 11. Bryant outside. Pass to Davis. And Davis throws it down hard.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Here's Francis. The shot misses.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And that does it for the first half of play. Lakers ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Francis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
James with a deep three. The Lakers moving the ball around. Bryant with it. Johnson outside. It's Davis on the rim. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. Johnson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Lakers.
Proving once again that he can flat out do it all. Magic phenomenal at creating off the dribble. This time burning the defense with the catch and fire. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Yeah. And Yao slams it in.
And check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Chris Paul will go down as one of the great floor generals to ever play the game. He is the maestro at orchestrating offense.
It's blocked by Shaq. And they'll keep possession. Here's Paul. Moves back up. O'Neal with the rebound. Lakers leading by 15. Now the Lakers on the break. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Watching Davis run up court, very light on his feet for a big fella.
Here's Francis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on LeBron James. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, and Francis, you know, he's an athletic point guard, plays with tremendous confidence, and really knows how to motivate his team.
Outside, James. And here's Bryant for 3. An offensive rebound. Davis.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball.
Oh, my goodness. Say that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Davis sends it back. West with a wide open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. West has got 8.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
Here's Francis. From outside the arc. And Shaq pulls it down. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Kobe. Another shot. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Kobe with the steal. 5-on-3 break. LeBron left side. Shot clock at 5. Just his first attempt. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
Pass to Sampson. Here's Tomjanovich. Here's Sampson. And stolen by LeBron. For the finish. And James throws it down.
I mean, who needs teammates when you can do all that work yourself? LeBron looking spry and useful. All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Here's Worthy. It's rebounded by Houston. McGrady right side. And so it's Los Angeles holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And here's Abdul-Jabbar. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. No good on the 3. Here's Houston now. It's Harden with the drive. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Baylor. It's rebounded by Malone. Here's Harden on the wing. All alone. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
Well, this is where James Harden's 3-level scoring comes into play. You want to take away the rim and the 3? No problem. He goes right to the mid-range.
Abdul-Jabbar. Good D by Olajuwon.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense. Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Worthy with a clean look. Drains the 3-pointer. Worthy's got himself on the board with 3 there. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for Los Angeles.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
To the left wing. Outside Baylor. Lets the 3 fly. The 3-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Good on the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Lakers leading by 20. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Lakers passing it around. And the dunk by Worthy.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Outside, Drexler. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And the basket by West.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the plane.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Back to McGrady. Stolen by Worthy. For three, West. Abdul-Jabbar. The shot's good on the assist by West. And the Lakers lead by 21. Pass to Malone. Back to McGrady. And another three for Houston.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 18. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Well, the basketball IQ of LeBron James is off the charts. So adept at finding ways to get to the line.
And the second free throw, good. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Drexler inside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for L.A. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Inside. And Shaq with the slam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Harden. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Outside, Gasol. O'Neal trying to break free. A nice shot by Gasol.
And this is where you feed Gasol. The deeper positioning he can get, the more aggressive he becomes.
Drexler drawing the double team. Harden has a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jacks up a three. Harden missing again. And here is Johnson. It's good. Now Harden. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. It's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Here's James. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Here's Iverson. Johnson with the block. LeBron outside. To Johnson. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
Now here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Johnson. And Bryant throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Kicks it out to Iverson. Nailed from three-point land.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the three ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
Here's Johnson over Iverson. Outside, Davis. Rocket 6. Fires from 18. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
A difficult shot for some bigs, but AD making it look easy.
Denver passing it around. Pass to Mutombo. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Now Davis. Johnson in the corner. Outside Bryant. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
On the wing, Iverson. And he converts the layup. Iverson's got 5 points so far.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easily.
Davis down low. Johnson outside. And here is Davis. And Jokic with the rebound. Anthony left side. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes type of shot.
And Davis wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. Thompson outside. Kicks it out to Iverson. Back to Thompson. It's stolen by Johnson. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the force with which the Diesel plays Shaq on attack?
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
You gotta love Iverson's tenacity, especially when he's driving.
Pass to O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Mutombo. Now, here's Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off a shot. Pulls up. High post. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
In the mid-range, Iverson can be so dangerous. He is just so skilled at making those shots. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And here's Iverson outside. Iverson can't get that one to fall. James in the high post. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Now, here's Lever. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
And even though Fat Lever spends most of his time on the perimeter, the man is a triple-double waiting to happen. He is the complete package in terms of scoring, assisting, and rebounding. Big fella does it all.
And Lever drops them both. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. To the inside. And Shaq with the slam.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
Phillips. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Outside, Kobe. Pass to Davis. And here is James. On the 3 off target. Here's Billups. It's good. This game is all even. Billups has got 5 points now this quarter.
Continuously working in close. Billups earning that bucket. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Vandeweghe. Poke loose. It's stolen by Davis. And a dunk by O'Neal.
And this is who James is, a guy who's always looking to pass it and involve his teammates.
Here's Beck. Down low. Here's Issel. Plays again. And he goes in for the dunk.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's Shaq. Denver getting their last shot to go. Bryant looking it over. It's Davis on the wing. On the clock.
Nice defensive effort from Jokic, putting himself in position to alter that shot.
O'Neal, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Abdul-Rauf. The shot off that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. To the middle. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Abdul-Rauf. Now Jokic. Another shot. And here's McDyess. Here's English. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Bryant. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Jokic. Here's McDyess. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Abdul-Rauf. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Abdul-Rauf got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
Here's Abdul-Rauf. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Abdul-Rauf got his second bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now here's Thompson. Still without a basket. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Johnson. Outside for Davis. On the wing, Johnson. Bobbed up there for O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Nuggets trail. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And it's tied up with that one. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Chamberlain with the basket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Pass to Mutombo. Here's Iverson. They get it back. Teardrop shot. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. Pass to Mutombo. It's tipped. Oh, and there's the alley. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that court.
Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Baylor. 6 to shoot. Oh, the locker, Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
Now Iverson, defended by West. Here's Mutombo. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Anthony. Pass to Mutombo. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Mutombo's got his first basket of the night.
And this team encourages Mutombo to take those shots, knowing how efficient he can be inside.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's West. And that one hits back iron. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And the Lakers call time here. Anthony with it. Pass to Lever. Inside. Here's Mutombo. And it's Dikembe with the jam. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. And stolen by Billups. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Billups. Now Mutombo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Chamberlain picks one up.
And when Mutombo is forcing the issue, it puts defenders in a bind, which is why you have to foul him there.
And so Mutombo nails both of them. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Lever with it. And Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively. outside Baylor. .152 left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to West. Here's Worthy. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And the Lakers call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Denver leading by 3. Outside Billups. Just to Mutombo. Here's Issel. All alone. Count that bucket. Issel's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Vanderwall. And the rejection by James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And stolen by James. It's deflected. 44 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside, Kobe. To stop the run. Driving to the basket. And Kobe throws it down hard.
Well, if you're going to get Brian a lane to the rim, then you deserve to get dunked on. You know how tenacious he is when penetrating inside.
Back to Billups. Here's Abdul Rauf. To the paint. Here's Issel. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Issel's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And off in time. No good. The third quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top as they end the third. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the Lakers call time here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach talk to his team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Beck. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. The 3 from Iverson. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make. And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Wyatt, that's for 2. Kept alive. O'Neal. And a dunk by O'Neal.
There's no bigger play in the first game than a putback slam.
And that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Allen Iverson on the wing. And it's Jokic in the corner. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Jokic has got his first bucket in this one.
And that time, Jokic having the play created for him. And he obliges with the bucket.
Johnson surveying the floor. Johnson double teamed. It's Davis on the wing. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Johnson, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here.
Oh, LeBron does it again.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is. Rocket momentum whenever he goes up like that.
How about this run, Greg, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Denver with the ball. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Iverson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to O'Neal. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. O'Neal's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
Outside Anthony. They get a hand on it. Here's Mutombo. Iverson outside. O'Neal with the rebound. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. It's good, and they get the go-ahead. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Big shot maker. When the game heats up, so does Magic.
Down low. Here's Mutombo. Nifty move. And September with the jam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Bryant. Kobe Bryant. So good finishing with Bryant.
And when you foul Bryant, you really got to foul him, or else he's going to make it an end.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with that.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting the looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Mutombo. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Stepping up, Davis is a fantastic late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
To Mutombo. Iverson. Puts the move on. Can't get the layup.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Johnson at the elbow. Popped up there for O'Neal. Hammers the alley through.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes. Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Lakers and the Orlando Magic. So the Lakers win the tip. Now here's Davis. There's the drive, and he buries his first look.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Left side Hill, outside Hardaway, pass to Howard. Here's McGrady. 3 on the clock. From the wing, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And here are the Lakers. And here's Johnson. Bryant in the high post. Out to James. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Pass to McGrady. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. To the middle. It's stolen by Howard. Down low. Pass to Hill. And he can't get that one. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Inside. The kick out to Johnson. The three. Rebound by the Magic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Hill. And there's the lob. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bryant, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Bryant. After the basket by Orlando. Fades and shoots. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
3 on 3. To the inside. James. And the layup falls.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate, close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
Orlando calls timeout.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And it's James with the jam.
The timing LeBron possesses is second to none. Fantastic at measuring when to go for alley-oops.
Here's Anderson. Orlando calls timeout.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Over to the wing. Throws it up high. Stolen by Bryant. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And finished off by Davis.
Throw it AD's way, and he'll take care of the rest. A huge alley-oop target for his teammates.
Here's O'Neal. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Lakers.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
They are also being so active there with their hands on defense. It's paying off with a lot of steals already tonight.
These are his first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Johnson drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Outside, Hill. Pass to Howard. Here's McGrady. Here's O'Neal. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
Outside Johnson. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And he lobs it up to the rim. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Bryant. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerve to hit that shot.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Lakers ahead, up by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Well, their defense was incredible, wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
Even though he's a little older now, wow, LeBron can still rip off some incredible moves. A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Outside Johnson. Here's Bryant inside. Outside O'Neal. Bryant outside. Shot clock at 5. And there's another one for the Lakers.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
O'Neal misses. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Pass to Johnson. Up top, Davis. James, left side. Over Howard. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And it's out of bounds to the Magic. Orlando will retain possession here. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. Uses the glass on the layup. O'Neal's got 12 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Johnson. Pass to O'Neal. On the wing, Bryant. He's got 6. 4 on the clock. The fader. Orlando with the rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Doubled by O'Neal. Kicks it out to Hardaway.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Johnson. He takes it in. O'Neal. Now Bryant. Up top, Davis. And there's James from the arc. Howard grabs the miss. Here's Hill. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Outside Johnson. Oh, Davis with the athleticism.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. 80 is towards the top of that list. He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
Johnson with it, and Howard picks him up defensively. James outside. Oh, 2 vicious points from the Kings.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Back to Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Howard inside. Second shot opportunity. Outside, Hill. 6 on the shot clock. And down it goes. 2 points. Hill's got his second basket on the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Bryant outside. From deep three-point land. Here's O'Neal. Pass to James. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The Lakers in the lead. Outside Davis. Oh, AD! An easy target on the lob.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Here's McGrady. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is off. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Lakers ahead, up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Orlando shooting their first foul shots of the night. And that one misses. Good on the second one. So it's Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. James with the ball. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
Forget his age. LeBron is still one of the strongest players in the league.
Here's McGrady. No good with a layup.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Bryant, right side. And again, it's the Lakers.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Timeout called, the Magic. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
Well, the defense has not been able to slow him down inside. And until they offer some sort of resistance, just keep feeding him the ball.
Magic trail by 7. Three-pointer, Vucevic. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, defensively, you have to keep track of Vucevic at the arc. He takes those shots when he's open.
Pass to Worthy. Here's West. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And they go to the intentional foul. Stolen.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Misses from short range.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
The kick out to Banchero. Here's Turkoglu. From outside, off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to West. Just 5 on the clock. Elbow shot. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Anderson. And so it's Banchero who brings it to the Orlando Magic. 4-point game.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Hit his foot. It's being called a kick ball. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Mikan. The fadeaway. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Here's the break. Anderson for 3. Here's Vucevic. Banchero in the post. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. Anderson for 3. And it's Mikan with a rebound.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. And great job to establish position and square up.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Right wing. The 3 from Banchero. And it's Mikan with a rebound.
fantastic perimeter defense. His coaches and teammates have to appreciate this kind of effort.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hits the ground running. Abdul-Jabbar. Great positioning on the putback. And Los Angeles leads by 2.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Out to the right wing. Here's Turkoglu. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Turkoglu's got 6 points. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And the basket by West.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
Here's Banchero. Rebound by the Lakers.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Pass to Turkoglu. Here's Anderson. Fades. That one is off. 3/4 of play and a close one here. It's Los Angeles leading by just 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Mikan. Let's go with a 3. Fires in the triple. Mikan's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game. And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Worthy nails the 16-footer. And Los Angeles leads by 5.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, and hope that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Anderson. For a minute here in the 4th. Pass to Worthy. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Worthy. Here's Mikan. Check by Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mikan, that's good.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. And it's rejected. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's McGrady. No good on the quick 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Mikan. Off target at the rim. Magic trail by 7. Here's O'Neal. Chamberlain pulls it in. Pass to Worthy. From deep. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's covered by O'Neal. Clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And from 16 feet away, he cans it. And Los Angeles leads by 9.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Who poked away. And stolen by Hardaway. To win the cold spell. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time now.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's West. 5 on the clock. O'Neal pulls it in. Magic trail by 7. Here's West. Banked it in off the glass. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, we credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Tipped. .110 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Howard. Pass to O'Neal. Here's McGrady. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Now here's Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's West. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Safe to say, the outcome is no longer in question.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times. Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Pass to Mikan. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And Los Angeles leads by 11.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Here's Worthy. Fades away. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's the Los Angeles Clippers and the Chicago Bulls. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Inside, here's McAdoo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo. Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
Here's Paul. The second effort. Chalk up two there. McAdoo's got his second bucket of the night.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Already, we are seeing the full range of his skill set on display. Get ready for a big-time game from this guy.
A shot by Jordan, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
His defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Outside, George. And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Rose, that's good.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. Guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with the Bulls head coach. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The shot by George, no good. Jordan with it. George picks him up. Outside Rose. Back to Jordan. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
A nice shot by George.
Well, the vision and the understanding of Chris Paul is something to behold.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Count it, good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Paul. George with the ball. Back to Brand. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Pippen. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it.
Yeah, Jordan just glides up the court. It's kind of deceptive. Doesn't look like he's running as fast as he really is.
George double teamed. Back to Leonard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside. Leonard on the wing. Pass to McAdoo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. McAdoo's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And what doesn't Scottie Pippen do? A very polished defender who can also rain buckets down from wherever. Whenever Scottie's on the floor, he is making trouble for you.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Clippers trail. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Dennis Rodman. Here's Leonard. Count that one.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Back to Jordan. Pass to Pippen. Jordan, right side. Sinks the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Now George. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to George. 4 on the clock. Pass to McAdoo. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And finished off by Rose.
That's the aggressiveness of Derrick Rose, a guy who is relentless when he wants to attack, trying to bend your will to his. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said every night. Item on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And it's sent back by McAdoo. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
See, I just think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
It's his first trip to the locker. And George drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Rose, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Paul. And it's Brand atop the key. Outside Harper. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's McAdoo. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Chicago leading. Outside, Levine. Here's Gilmore. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And here is Los Angeles now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And the rejection by Brand.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
Outside Levine. Rocket 6. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Leonard inside. Clippers moving the ball around. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
This guy is so good at getting his man in the air. You know you shouldn't bite on the pump fake by Chris Paul. Yeah, good luck, defender. It's so good.
Los Angeles making a switch here. So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. He doesn't get the second one.
As we've gotten closer to the halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
There's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
To the paint. Here's Gilmore. Sloan in the corner. Poked away. And taken away by Paul. Here's Harper. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Harper's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Pass to Levine. Back to Kukoc. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. Here's Los Angeles now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Paul with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Sloan with the rebound. And so it's Sloan with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Kukoc from outside. And again, Chicago. No good. Back to Paul. There's the drive. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. .103 left to play here in the second quarter. Over in the corner, Brand.
Back the ball. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now Rose. Outside Jordan. Fires from deep. And Elton Brand pulls it down.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And Paul, no good on that one.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. Clippers leading by 4. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And here's Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Brand outside. And the shot goes down.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pippen with the bucket.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And you can see the advantage of running the offense through Derrick Rose, showing strong decision-making, really nice pass.
Here's George. Back to Brand. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and here comes Pippen all alone. It's good. This game is all even. Pippen's got 10 points.
Merciless move by Scotty with the ball, completely unbalancing the defender.
Can't hit that one. Rodman with the defensive effort. Now the Bulls with it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Back to Harper. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And Brand wide open. He shoots. That one's good from the corner. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And a wide open look for Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Jordan looking it over. Butler on the way. Open for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Pass to Kamen. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Here's Pippen. The layup missed. The Clippers in the lead. George with no one around. They get it back. Floats one. Derrick Rose grabs the miss. Down low. Kicks it out to Robin. Jordan with it. George picks him up. And it's sent back by McAdoo. To the middle. It's deflected. Jordan with the steal. Knocked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
It's a close game here in Chicago. Stolen by Levine. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Good work defensively by Paul. Pass to McAdoo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Right side, Leonard. Here's Manning. 6 to shoot. It's George on the wing. From the arc.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Yeah, this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Back to Paul. Outside for George. Pass to Manning. Here's McAdoo. Outside, George. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Levine. And then slammed in by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I call that slam dunk contest level.
McAdoo. It's deflected. And he recovers it. Back to George. Floats one up. Goes up again. And at last they get one to fall. George has got 8 points.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kukoc from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. And now a 6-point Bulls lead.
A legitimate threat to burn you outside. Kukoc understands when he should take that shot.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Clippers trail by 8. And so they foul intentionally. Chicago calls timeout.
Timeout. Start it.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with the team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Outside Butler. There's Rose with the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Paul. Inside. Nader. And he jams it with authority.
Well, Chris Paul has made a living doing just this, finding the open teammate.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Pippen. On the wing, Jordan. And slammed up by Jordan.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow. And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. The ball. Here's McAdoo.
You know, the second half has been a series of distractions for him. After one turnover in the first, it's been a disaster.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Chicago leading by 4. Rose surveying the D. Here's Pippen. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Pass to Nader. Ball outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Brand. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 4. Poked loose. Back to Rose. It's Pippen on the wing. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Kaman. Lets a floater go. And he lays it up and in.
Encouraging to see Kaman come up big there. This team needing a basket, and boy, he does not disappoint.
Who can't get it to go?
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
To the paint. Here's World B3.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Offside Rose. Wants to get it to Rodman and does. Jordan inside. And it's sent back by Kaman.
You love seeing this type of energy on defense from Kaman. Excellent swat there.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Clippers trail. Over in the corner, Brand to tie it up. Here's George. Pass to Paul. Here's Brand. Second shot opportunity. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Butler deciding where to go with it. Now, here's Pippen. So the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by Brand. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Timeout called, the Bulls. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he's able to get it back. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Jordan. Shoots. And that one is off. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to see it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home that it